everyone, I am the Dragon Skull, and welcome back to Coffee Talk 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly. Where I left off, we've had quite a long day, I will say. Probably the longest episode I've recorded on this series so far. Had 4 people coming in, and Georgie, Gala, Lucas, and Riona. And Georgie's had a bit of a lead on the inflated tyres case, and we've learned some history about this old tree that used to be a fairy who died in a car accident. And we also learned some more about Lucas's backstory as well. That he's had his dad died, and he has a lot of siblings, and he lived in a house with other content creators, but they've pretty much forced him to be someone he's not, which is really harsh. But it is sad. But anyway, we're on day 9 now. Even though I forgot to change the title of this video to part 9 instead of part 8, so this is actually part 9 for those of you watching me live. Those of you watching the edited versions will have nothing to worry about mistakes. World Golem Culture Center grand opening to be held in Bhutan. Lunar cell panel prototype ready for first test, and newcomer progressive elven metal band Avathor tops US music charts. Interesting. So golems apparently existed in this world as well. I'm just going to assume that by this point every mythical creature exists. Hey, there's Lucas. That is a cool picture of him. And look, there is a golem right there. And what is that? That yellow thing with the swirly hair, with the with the Armstrong hair. That's weird. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Dinner with my team. Oh, that's his team, his video editing team. Rio's got a normal schedule. Rachel, I'm taking an easy day because self-care is important. Don't forget to take a good rest once in a while too, everyone. That is a nice picture of her. For a moment I thought she had tattoos on her arms, but that's her jacket she's wearing. Nice room, by the way. Is fidget spinner really that lame now? I'm afraid so, Lucas. I'm afraid it is. Fidget spinners were popular during the time they first became a thing, but by now everyone's just like the hype for them has just completely died down. That's the thing with things that are trending. Like they show up out of nowhere, everyone loves them, and they're very popular for a time, and then all of a sudden it just fades away and is forgotten instantly. It is frustrating that is pretty much what life is like now. It's all about what's trending. But I don't really care about that. I just want to sit down with a nice hot cup of tea that I actually made myself before recording this video, and just kick back, relax, and see what happens in this episode. That is a good tea. Let's see. All the ingredients are stocked up, and the weather's keeping quiet. Looks like a good night to listen to some stories. Hey, Gala's back! And Gray! Both my favourite characters are here. Already this day is off to a good start. Good evening, Mr. Hyde, Mr. Gala. Nice to see you two. How did it go at the hospital today? Well, it was fine, except I was a little exhausted. Goodness, are you having issues with the children again? No, that's not it. It's just... Well, for starters, my fury's giving me a hard time. Your fury? Is it the full moon already? Nope, but I sometimes get pre-fury symptoms. Pre-fury symptoms? Yeah, it's a common thing for werewolves. A few days before the full moon, our bodies start to prepare for fury, and that changes the way they react to pretty much everything. Symptoms vary depending on who you ask, but it can affect our muscles, our appetite, our energy levels. It can give us headaches and a lot of other stuff. Small but annoying. That doesn't sound pleasant. No, to be honest, it's not great. For me, I've been feeling pretty sore and more tired than usual. And a bit crankier as well. Hyde hasn't said anything yet. Is there a drink that could help you with that? I never found one, but if anyone can come up with it, it's you, Dragon Skull. Since a Galahad can soothe your fury, maybe it would work pre-fury as well? Maybe, but I think it need to be more relaxing, like a Galahad, but with no caffeine and maybe blue. Okay, another new drink. Okay, blue pea, milk and ginger. Let's see what we brew, whilst I take a sip of my tea. Gala tea. Oh, that's cool. I like that it has a little wolf in it howling at the start. There should be a little moon in there as well, since it's wolves howl at the moon, not the stars themselves. Here it is, Gala tea. A silky but spicy beverage that soothes furious emotions and brings dormant joys back to life. And did we unlock more of Gala's profile? We sure did. I still love that picture of him just holding a cat. A veteran now working in a hospital. Well, we already know that. Here you go, a Gala tea for you. Do you come up with these names on the spot, Dragon Skull? No, it takes a bit of soul searching to tailor it to the situation and so on. That almost makes it sound like you know in advance what we're going to order. Sweating nervously here. I totally don't have a walkthrough on my phone right now that I'm looking up just to get the perfect ending. I mean, what do you think this is? What, you think I'm just looking up what the perfect combination of drinks are just so I can get the perfect ending to this game? I didn't think you thought so little of me, Gala. Call it a sixth sense. Right. Let's see how your sixth sense tastes. Wow, this is excellent. Exactly what I needed. Very happy to hear that. How come Hyde isn't saying anything? I hope that he and Gala haven't had like a fight or something. What's with the long looks, you two? Did something happen? Actually, Dragon Skull, guess I'll just come out with it. I need your help. My help? Come on, I wasn't that bad. No, I was so tired today, I nearly fell asleep on the job. Ugh. But mostly it's not good for you. Moping around, sulking, refusing to look at solutions. I've never seen you like this, and I'm getting worried. There's nothing to worry about. You say that, but then you spend entire nights looking miserable. No advice I can come up with is good enough. And Hyde, I'm barely keeping it together as it is. You should know by now how I feel when Fury's about to hit. I take it you two ended up chatting yesterday after all? You bet we did. After I walked out of here, I headed home and found this one, lying on the sofa, staring at the ceiling. In your apartment? Well, he did have a spare key, I guess, so... Looking so gloomy, it sucks the colour out of the room. And it's not the first time either. It's a constant these days. Please help me help him, Dragon Skull. I'm at my wit's end. Oh, poor Hyde. Mr. Hyde? Fine. The truth is, I'm bored to death. Or I would be, if it wasn't for the whole immortality thing. I'm nearing 40 years old, and I've never been this bored in my entire life. Interesting. You usually make it sound like you're much older. Yeah, I actually thought he was way older than him. I thought by this point he was older than the average lifespan of a human, but he's only 40. I mean, 40's not that old. I mean, I have heard for some people that once they reach that age, they start having a bit of an existential crisis, and feel like depressed or something like that. But I don't know, not many people I know have reached the age of 40 and have been like this. Like, my parents are above the age of 40 by now, and they're fine. Although, I'm currently 27, and this year I'll be turning 28, and even then I feel old, even though I'm not even middle-aged yet. Interesting. You usually make it sound like you're much older. 40 years old in vampire years. Oh, that makes sense. So how old would he be in human years, then? I'm not saying how old that is in other species years. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Eyes on the prize, Dragon Skull. Intervention first, gossip later. My apologies. Why are you so bored, Mr. Hyde? My job. What was that? My job. Hey, no need to shout. Well, I'm also irritated about it, okay? I'm not exactly used to sitting around twiddling my thumbs. But modelling stopped being fun ages ago. You did mention something like that last time. You are trying to leave modelling behind then? Yeah. Is there a specific reason for that? It's all just so brief. Back when I started modelling, people thought of fashion in a different way. They wanted to keep their outfits for a while, so they had to be elegant, well-made, and versatile. Some campaigns that I featured and stayed on billboards for months, and I knew the clothes would last decades. In a way, it felt like I was building a bond with their wearers. I endorsed something that would feature in their cherished memories. But then social media came, and it all became disposable. The clothes themselves, of course, but the models even more. I shoot a campaign, the brand posts it online, and it gets attention for what, 10 minutes? Then another campaign comes in, and everything's forgotten. Blink, and it's gone. There's no bond to be built there. Isn't that changing these days, though, with slow fashion and the like? That's true, and people are getting into vintage clothes too. I salute that. But the reality of my job remains the same. What about your fans? You have so many people following you. You mentioned that last night, and my answer hasn't changed. They follow me because they think I'm pretty. I mean, you are, like, for a male vampire, you are certainly a very pretty look at. I mean, I'm straight, but even I have to admit he is good looking. Being admired is nice, but it doesn't constitute a bond. So are you saying that you'd like to leave more of a mark? Maybe so. It would be nice if I did something that people remembered, that became a part of their lives in a real way. You know you have people in your life in a real way, right? People who always remember you. That's not the same thing. Maybe you should study to become a doctor or something. That would make a real difference. No, thank you. The job still needs to be fun. Studying for 10 years just to exhaust myself in 14-hour shifts? Did you mistake me for a hard-working vampire? That is true, like... So far, YouTube is the only job I have. I mean, I do have my writing as well. Like, I'm writing Chaos Man and I'm doing my fanfics, working on a fanfic multiverse. But both of those things are more of a hobby that I enjoy doing. I don't have like an actual job. If I ever do get a job, it would have to be something I really enjoy doing. Like something I actually, when I wake up in the morning, I was like, I'm excited to go to work today. I don't want to like waste my life in a job I hate. Even if the pay is good, it is not worth like my sanity. Because I would. People say that money is more. Some people say that money's more important than happiness, but I disagree. I think it's the other way around. Happiness is more important than money. Like I'd rather be poor but happy rather than be rich and not be happy. Do you see what I'm dealing with, Dragon Skull? It does seem to be a thorny issue. Perhaps you'd like to mull it over with a drink in hand, Mr. Hyde. Yeah, that sounds good. Just make me something I like. Anything you've seen me enjoy recently or when we first met. Right, okay. So, for Hyde, it's 2 coffee and ginger, it says. I thought I was going to be making him the drink I made him last time, the Zobo. Oof, had a bit too much of my tea right there. Oh damn it, I spilled some of it on me. God damn it. It's fine, it's only a few drops. Well, it's like, I can just wash it off after I've done recording. But yeah, that's the right drink. Let's serve it. Here you go, Mr. Hyde. You seem to like this well enough. Nice, Dragon Skull. And you lost your bet, Hyde. A bet? When Hyde was wallowing in self-pity yesterday, I told him many people cared about him. And I bet you could remember what he liked, and even if he gave you no instructions. So now I get to say that I was right. Imagine if I gave him the wrong drink, or I gave him a drink he didn't like, and Hyde would end up winning that bet. That would be pretty bad. Alright, finished off my tea for the day. Should help ease my throat for quite some time. Hopefully this episode won't be as long as the last one. And I might, if it's short enough, maybe I'll record one more for today, because I probably won't be recording videos for a while after today. So I want to get as much of this done as I can, and then I pace myself as I upload the edited versions to keep the flow of content going, and as I'm sorting myself out, and as I'm like preparing my recording my Sonic franchise review, which will be coming soon. And Hyde gets to buy me dinner at a place of my choosing. Ugh. You're going to pick that horrible steakhouse again, aren't you? You know it. A steak does sound nice right about now. Can't even remember the last time I've had like a proper steak. Have you won other bets in the past, Mr. Gala? Let's see. You say it, Hyde. He won every single one of the bets we've ever made. Wow. Yeah, I'm this close to being able to buy a new TV with the money I'm saving on food. Just rub it in my face, why don't you? Why won't you? Hey, Lou is here. Wonder if Bailey's is going to show up as well, or if it's just going to be her. Oh, hi everyone. Hey, Lua. Hi, Lua. Busy night, I see. Hi, Miss Lua. Busy and lively, just the way we like it. That's good. And I'm really glad you're here, Hyde. I wanted to apologize for the other night. I was so excited to see you, especially since it had been in a while. But we ended up fighting with Bailey's instead. You must be getting bored of our arguments. It's alright. They're kind of fun to watch. Of course he would think so. And look at that Lua's face when he said that their arguments are fun to watch. Okay, we've unlocked all of Hyde's profile now. Okay, his favourite things. The fact I've been in blood sober for 10 years now. That's good. What I'm doing with my life. Currently a model, past stock trader, an entrepreneur, venture and capitalist. Man, Hyde has had quite the career over the years. Anyone else? Nope, that's it. Oh wait, stories, I didn't check stories. Hey guys, Zup. Lucas. How are things with you two, by the way?
Just let me order before I answer. If it's alright, Dragon Skull.
Of course. What would you like?
I spent the whole day talking in meetings and presentations, so I have a bit of a sore throat. Is there anything you'd recommend for that?
Definitely something with lemon and honey.
Sounds great. I'd love a lemon and honey drink then, please.
Okay, chocolate, lemon and honey, it says. So hot chocolate with lemon and honey. Did I do that right? I didn't think it mattered in what order I do it in. Lemon, honey, chocolate. Yeah, I think that's right. I don't think I did it in the right order as the says, but I think it doesn't matter what order I do it in. Here you go, some honey to soothe, some lemon to boost recovery.
Thanks, Dr. Dragon Skull.
I like the sound of that.
This is truly lovely, just what I needed.
That's great to hear.
My company's trying to get a big contract, so I've been organising meetings with everyone, making sure it's all going according to plan.
That sounds pretty tough.
Yeah, it's a lot of responsibilities and decision making. And part of me likes that, but part of me feels the pressure of it. So it's nice to be able to unwind with a warm cup. Anyhow, to answer your earlier question, Gala, you probably gathered that Bay and I have been fighting.
Yeah, and Hyde told me a bit about it too.
Right, well, we haven't discussed the wedding for the past couple of days. And honestly, it's done me a lot of good. The thing is, I know Bay means well. He suggests all these things that he thinks I'd like. And I should like them. He's paying attention, not just sending random ideas. I should be grateful that he's trying to please me. But I get annoyed instead. And then I start feeling guilty that I'm annoyed. Which makes me even more annoyed. It's not great, I know.
Well, it'd be easier if we always acted rationally. If we only got annoyed at the right people for the right reasons. And now we've unlocked all of Lua's profile. Okay, her favourite things are lover of the bright moonlight, believer in a life without a fight. I'm a big fan of art and poetry. Hence the French self-summary. That's a nice picture of her with the flowers too. But things aren't that simple, are they?
That's true.
Although I guess if you figured out what actually annoys you, it would help.
That's the problem. I'm not sure. At first I thought I was tired or worried. The decision making at my job is taking a toll, for sure. It's a bit hard for me to also deal with organising things in my personal life. Also, the financial side of it is hard to navigate. I don't want Bay to spend too much money, but he's right that involving my family comes with strings attached. I'm not sure how to avoid that though. But I'm realising that might not even be the main issue. The more he sends me links to venues and caterers, the more it all feels wrong to me. I don't mean the wedding itself. I want to get married to Bay. But the way we're planning it, I don't know. I've been to my friend's wedding before. I've also been browsing in the most popular wedding pictures online. There are always these big parties, very put together, very classy. They have their whole families over, their friends and colleagues. They rent these beautiful barns and they hire live bands. They wear designer dresses and bespoke suits. I used to look at that and think, this is great, this is what I want. But now it all just feels more and more off to me.
Why don't you tell your fiancé that?
What if he thinks I'm getting cold feet? Or that I'm questioning his ability to help with the budget?
That's up to how you communicate it, isn't it?
Right, but it's still a difficult topic. We've been through so much, yet you all know that. This is supposed to be our special day, a way to celebrate our partnership. Bay wants to honour that. He'll feel awful if he thinks if I don't. Or if he thinks I don't trust him.
I swear, you and your elf are well matched. You always worried so much about what others think. Instead of working out your own wants and needs, you do realise that's the important bit, right?
I mean, generally, yes, I get that. But how does it apply here?
What do you think it means to honour your partnership?
To celebrate it properly, for starters.
Right. And who are you in that partnership with?
I believe you've met him, the blonde guy with the puppy eyes.
I thought Bailey's was more ginger. Right. I'm glad you remember that. because you were making it sound like you were in a relationship with your friends who got married, and the strangers who put wedding pictures online. This is your relationship you're celebrating. Why are you so concerned with other people's weddings? Your special day needs to make sense to the two of you. Have it in trainers at a fast food joint if that's what you like. The way you can also take the budget out of the equation. A simpler wedding won't feel shabby if you make it feel properly yours.
I still want a pretty outfit and decent food.
Thank goodness.
But point well taken. It's just, my family might have certain expectations.
Did they openly say that?
No.
Then maybe they do, or maybe you just think they do. The only way to find out is to talk to them. Besides, isn't Bailey's also about to become your family? You sure are the only family he's got. I'm not saying to disinvite everyone or to fight with them or anything, but you shouldn't put their needs above your own.
I really shouldn't, should I? You've given me food for thought. Thanks, Hyde.
My pleasure. Amazing. Amazing how you perk up when you give people advice, Hyde. Maybe you should become a therapist. That'd actually be a good profession for him if he doesn't want to do modelling anymore. He is actually really good at giving advice and helping people. Gee, thanks for the vote of confidence. I did say I might become a couples counsellor, but I agree with you with what you all implied. I don't think I'm quite tactful enough for that.
Are you looking to change careers, Hyde?
He's bored of modelling. Finds it too impermanent. Wants to leave a mark. Wants to have fun. Just a very quick summary.
Oh, I see. Well, is there any way you could make modelling fun again?
I don't think so. Last time I had proper fun was maybe 20 years ago.
What happened then?
I was modelling a capsule collection for a young designer, and she wanted to take her own pictures. She got a studio, looked at the outfits there, found someone to do the makeup. Then she whipped out an old film camera, a proper relic. I hadn't seen one like it since the 60s.
My granddad was an old black and silver camera has an old black and silver camera with 2 lenses. Is it something like that?
Yep, exactly like that. She said she preferred it because of the way it captured the light, and also because it was a slower experience, something that would allow us to connect more. At first, I didn't think much of it. I started doing the usual posing, switching, posing some more, but something felt different. Then I realised what it was. Most of the time, we were just talking. She only took a picture once in a few minutes, if that.
Is that unusual?
Yep. Most fashion photographers take dozens of pictures by now. I felt a bit sorry for her, to be honest. I thought she didn't know what she was doing, and that she was wasting her money. But we had a great time, and we got kind of friendly, I guess. Because at the end of it, she let me use up the remaining exposures. I fooled around, shot some random stuff, and one portrait of her. Then she suggested I come with her to her dark room. Watch how she developed the pictures and how they came out. You did always have a fondness for dark places.
Comes with the territory. But as for the pictures, well,
They were gorgeous. First of all, I looked really like me, you know, a me I could recognize. But that's not even what stuck with me the most. It's the care she put into processing each frame, working each picture through the chemical baths, hanging them, drying them. It was like watching a magic ritual. And her portrait, when she saw it, she got a bit emotional. She said she was as used to being on the other side of the camera, and it was the first time she really liked a portrait someone took of her. I'm in a weird place these days. It's not like me to tell these kinds of tales, or to launch into soppy monologues, really. Just forget it.
No, I think it's a beautiful story. And it gives me an idea, I think, of another career for you.
Please share, Lua. You'd be doing both of us a solid.
Go on, then. Well, maybe it's because I've looked at so many of them recently, but apparently film is making a big comeback for wedding pictures. It's what you said, Ed. It captures the light beautifully, and it's more a personal, slower approach. Maybe you could try that?
Who?
Me?
No, the other vampire who's looking for a new line of work. I think you've got the wrong guy here, Lua. I know I'm disgustingly sentimental these days, but I'm not that far gone. Attending one wedding gives me cavities, let alone several per month.
Well, forget about it then.
No, don't forget about it at all. It would be perfect for you. Come on, Hyde. I know you like to play strong and sarcastic, but you are sentimental. And you love to chat people up. You'd solve all the bridesmaids' drama and offend the parents. But most importantly, you do something for these people that they'll never forget. They'll look at your pics next their whole lives. If that's not leaving a mark, I don't know what is. You're assuming they won't get divorced. I don't know if this is the right topic for Miss Lua.
It's alright. I know some marriages end in divorce, but that doesn't change anything, does it? Whether a marriage lasts for a few months or several decades, the wedding is still an unforgettable moment in someone's life.
That is true. That career in the mafia is really looking up. You're hopeless. I'm falling asleep on my chair now, so I'm gonna head back. Do whatever you want, you thick-skulled vampire. Just don't stay out too late, okay?
Yeah, alright. That's my cue as well. I have some thinking to do. And maybe some talking. Thanks again, Hyde, and good luck. I hope your next adventure is a good one.
It will be. Good night, Lua. Good night, Dragon Skull.
See you later.
Good night, you two. Here we go again. Last one sitting. Indeed, proper night owls. You didn't say anything about that wedding photographer idea. It's ridiculous, right? That's not for me to say, but I wouldn't call it ridiculous. It sounds like you enjoyed the whole film and photography experience. And you do like being around people, don't you? I do, sometimes, but I'm not a romantic. People get married. They think they're taking their first step into forever. Well, there's no such thing as forever. Everyone ends up disappointed in some way, And then next thing you know, I don't want to sound too depressing. So you don't believe in love? Of course I do, but only in a certain kind. You can choose to keep supporting someone to enjoy their company. You can do that for years with friends, family, lovers. But at the end of the day, you're still you and a separate person. And they're still them. There's no two souls becoming one. Not really. I'd know, though the one time I tried, it really didn't work out. But do you regret trying? No, I guess I don't. It confirmed for me that marriage and the like, it's never going to be my thing. And there's freedom in knowing that about myself. It's given me space to build other relationships that work much better. But at the same time, when I see people who truly believe it, people who walk into it willing to share their lives so closely, even for most of them, it won't pan out. There's something beautiful there. Like watching a butterfly fly too close to a flame, or a flower bloom like it will never wilt. Well, in my case, I singed off my wings, but I'm still here. And on that day, for that minute when I said we'd be together forever and meant it, I sure felt alive. If you know all that, then you must also know that it's something worth celebrating, and something worth helping other people celebrate. You're a tricksy one, Dragon Skull, and I'm too tired to fight your logic, which means it's time for me to head back. Of course, Mr. Hyde. And I meant to say I appreciate our one-to-one chats. I hope we can keep providing you with a comfortable space here. Oh, it's plenty comfortable for sure. Besides, well... Oh, come with that, chill. Just Lucas saying where I'm, because sure as hell I don't know. Well, it all boils down to this, doesn't it? The way time passes for me is very different from anyone else I know. Thank goodness Gala is from a long-living species. Even then, he'll grow old before I do eventually. But even then, he'll grow old before I do eventually. The world will change 100 times. Technologies will die out. New technologies will come. I will feel again the way I feel now, in a century, maybe two. And Lua and Gala won't be around to give me advice. The world won't wait for me. But you will. Am I right, Dragon Skull? That is very perceptive of you, Mr. Hyde. Hey, you've grown to know me quite well. It's only fair that I know you a little in return. I suppose that's true. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that, to continuing our story. It's nice to know that no matter how much time passes, there's always going to be someone here rooting for me. Thank you for your trust, Mr. Hyde. We will make sure it's not misplaced. I know you will. And on that note, I guess I'm going to browse for some film cameras. Oh, so it sounds like he's actually thinking about a career in being a wedding photographer. That's good for him. I really do think he'd be good at it. What's the worst that can happen? Indeed. Take care of yourself, friend. And you as well. The world won't wait for you, Mr. Hyde. but some of us will. Okay, and that is the end of day 10, I believe that is. No, day 9. I've lost count by this point. That was pretty good. Okay guys, I'm going to be ending this episode right here. Thank God this one was a lot shorter compared to the last one I recorded, which was over an hour. This one was, 46 minutes. Not much to say about what happened in this one. It is interesting that we're hearing more about Hyde and how he's getting depressed in his old age. I mean, he's lived God knows how many years since he's a vampire, and he's getting bored with his modelling career. And Lou and Gala suggested he be like a wedding photographer or something like that. He is definitely very good at like giving people advice on how to better themselves. So I think maybe being a therapist would be a good career choice for him. Who knows what the future holds. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. And I will see you all next time. Peace.